Hey, shalom, shalom. All praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching the truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, just talk to y'all coming back once again from the Boston camp, UTC. All right, and feeling a little bit of pain here. That's all right. You know, Lord's will, I'll be out there by the end of next this month coming up, it'd be like a solid 8 weeks, know, since my injury, but you know, enough of that, Lord's will return to the front line soon, but I'm doing what I can do from here in the crib. But yeah, so yesterday was a vent filled evening. All right, it was some type of meteorite that splashed down around here. Okay, and it came from up north. It came from towards New Hampshire that way, New Hampshire, Maine area, and it traveled thus far to the area where I live at. I live in the South Shore, so I heard the little sound. I don't know what do you call that? When these jets be breaking through the sound barrier. It was a little sound like that, but I wasn't outside, so I didn't see no flash. I just heard the sound. I thought it was a jet, you know. But that just goes to show, this is the end of Esau's rule, man. All right. A video that I watched earlier in the week. It was a volcano going off somewhere in the Pacific Rim, and at the same time, when the volcano spewed, lava, okay, that it was erupting for like they said 7 whole days or something like that. It had been erupting. Green meteorite fell down right beside it in the background. Probably like 100 something miles away, but you can see the big flash of light at the same time. So the Lord is working. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he's gonna do. All right, and we know that this is the end of Esau's rulership. All right, and a lot of these signs and wonders is attesting to that. All right, just like it said in Matthew's 24. All right, and we know Esau, Edom is getting ready to release these files with these different interdimensional beings. Okay, they're not aliens. All right, if anything, they are interdimensional beings. Okay, and we know how Edom gets down, man, on the left hand side, man. All right, because we keep on hearing the term online, they're summoning demons. All right, and we know about CERN and these 6 other places that's also cahoots with opening up portals. All right, and the time is over for that, man. You getting caught in all your lies. Everybody knows everything, and if that wasn't true, how come your virus bullshit? Okay, and it's almost like they wanted it like that. All right, they came out with a great lie, trying to cook off the last time, and they brought it up off of them goddamn cruise ships. Okay, and this time it didn't work. So now, he's tearing himself in anger, and just like it says in Job, he's going to have a maniacal plan, and his maniacal plan is to, okay, they got a place down here in what was it, Arizona. Somebody just sent me something off of Twitter, and they busted one of those what are the punk labs? That's what it's called. They busted a punk lab somewhere in the Midwest. All right, uh, so many vials of diseases, man, real diseases. Okay, and do you know that they let the person that owns that punk lab establishment They let him go off the hook, and they also let those crazy scientists that was in there cooking up shit off the hook. Okay, they even had stuff in there that wasn't even labeled. Okay, and I work in the kitchen, you know, industry, in the restaurant industry, and I'm telling you, it's it's not allowed for you to put anything inside of a working refrigerator, all right? In one of these establishments, they everything has to be labeled and dated, man. So that just goes to show you. I'm just putting that out there because this is the next step. This is what they're gonna do. This is what Kill Gates was talking about. All right. Even if they don't believe him, which they don't believe him, now they're gonna make the real shit happen. So in between now and the end of this month, because you see viruses, they travel when it's nice and warm out. Okay. They can't do the same thing that they need to do in the wintertime. So they're gonna have to do it during the hottest months, which is June, July, and here in Boston, August. Okay, and we got Punk Labs here in Boston in the South End. All right, down there by the city hospital. Okay, it's been told that it's buildings over there that's non-descriptive. Okay, and I remember some time ago it was a story about that. Let me see if I can find it. Because this is going to be going on, man. But that's what you know. We get those signs and wonders for, because uh, it's giving us uh, a point of reference of what time we're in. All right, according to the scriptures. Okay, Punk Labs. Welcome to Punk Labs, open source, anti-fascist. We stand with our friends in Minneapolis. Frogs together strong. All right, so yeah, it's a thing because this is the yep. So this is the thing in Boston. They have these free labs, okay, and this is going to be a problem all over the United States because nobody's paying attention, and it's just like Bill Gates said. Oh, they're going to know. All right, we have the files that were missing in Australia all that time. All right, so this sit down is just going to be about pestilence and the time that we're in, man. Because when you look at Matthew's 24, let's go there. All right, when it comes to that that meteor falling. All right, but these are the times that we live in, and it's very deceptive times. Okay, the reason why they want to bring out this UFO shit, okay, which we know they the chariots of the Most High, all right, but they call them UAPs or UFOs, either or, okay, but they want to bring that out because they want to distract from Epstein. They want to distract from the heinous crimes that they're doing, okay, on repeat. They also want to distract you from the robbing that they've been doing of the poor, okay, stuffing all the shekels in their pockets. All right. And you dumb Edomites, man. Y'all should be already on page uh uh, uh with Isaiah 19, man. What are y'all waiting for? Okay. They're stealing from you. They're making you into I'm a nigga. But hey, that's on you. Okay. This is the tab getting ready to get paid, man. It's coming down to the wire. The tab is about to get paid. All right. So let's go to Matthew's 24. I'm gonna read down. All right, because it's countless scriptures. Well, let's read Luke 21 and 25. I'll read that one first. It says Luke 21 and 25. Let's read this one. I'm reading in NLT. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Luke 21. All right, so this is where we are in this space right here. It says, and there will be strange signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. And here on earth, the nations will be in turmoil, perplexed by the roaring seas and strange tides. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth, for the powers in the heavens will be shaken. All right. So, this whole thing with the pestilence, all right, you know, we we don't even have a FEMA anymore. All right. That has been totally gutted and defunded. Okay. We already know that this dude don't want to rock with the World Health Organization. Okay, so it's many facets. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that this system need to come back together and help each other. I'm just saying there's many facets that's missing. All right, so since there's many facets that's missing, this is how we're going to get to Psalms 91. Okay, and it's plain to see. Okay, the Lord mean business. He's bringing destructions. He's bringing judgment on this place, man. And see, that's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. All right. He's going to get down to business. He don't care about your feelings or what you thought you represented to him. He's going to deal, okay, accordingly, man. He's a just balance. All right. So if he's coming to deal, you know, with justice, okay, and get rid of iniquity, all right, these things are going to have to come to pass. All right. And you can't leave it up to these wacky tacky Christians because they can't interpret the scriptures when they read it. They don't understand what they're reading. Still to this day, man. Okay. This book is not just about a feeling, man. Okay. This book is about prophecy, judgment, and bringing back a nation of people from out of the darkness, man, where they was put. But you go to Christian church, man, and they ain't teaching like this, man. They ain't going to tell you the nastiness of the scriptures. They ain't going to say that the Lord intends to kill 2/3 of his own people. Okay. They underneath a false guise over there in the church. All right. So all level of deception is out here, man. Okay. From these devils. Okay. And these devils are letting go of these fucking diseases and shit left and right. That's where it's coming from, man. How do you figure the whole South now is in an uproar with HIV again? All right. Especially fucking dirty ass Atlanta, man. Okay. Gay city. A black gay city. All right. Now is infested with HIV, man. But that wasn't by chance. Esau, they inject people with shit. Just like, that movie's what was it called? But it was way back in the 1920s, man. All right, when they were shooting black men with syphilis and all that shit. And there's even reports about that down in Central America. All right. A team of these crackers like Bill Gates went down there and talking about they inoculating people and everybody down there caught some herpes and gonorrheas, man. Okay. Down there in Central America. What's that over there in Haiti? The first earthquake, people caught diphtheria over there. Okay. that somebody dumped into the water system over there. Okay, so these white men, they come with bioweapon. Look at the Native Americans. Soon as they got here to the shores of America, what they do? They gave them blankets with typhoid and all the fucking diseases of those days. Bioweapon, okay, and that was what's his name? What's this dude's name? Was it John Adams? I think it was John Adams, one of them motherfuckers. But nevertheless, it happened. All right, I can't remember the guy's name. Gave him the blankets full of viruses, but that's how he's playing it out again. He's doing the same thing. It's the same file cabinet, the same file, and he's going to play it out again. Okay, but the Lord is going to stop him now because the end of these type of deceptions and lies and trickery and it's over, man. All right. Nobody don't want to play your games anymore, Esau. Everybody's on your ass, man. Just like it says in the scriptures. Let's get that. Everybody is on you. Uh, Give me a second. Inquisition. Yep. Yep. The second Ezra 6 and 19. Right. Let's go up one. Yep. Second Ezra 6 and 18. It says, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. Right. So these are the days. That's why I told you, the Luke 21 and 25. All right. This is the time that we live in now. And he's visiting the planet. And the way he's visiting it is with great violence, man. Okay. Storms and tempests. Okay. Destruction. All right. And when I looked up, what does it say? Luke uh Luke 21 and 25 was one of the ones I looked up. And I also looked up Matthew's 24 and 25. But it says that, it's a warning. It's warnings, okay, from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to wake out of slumber. Like it says, let's get that. Hey, high time to wake out of sleep. And that's what these people should be on. Most of you Israelites, all right. And look, man, the elect is almost sealed, I think, you know, but according to, what I'm seeing, not just because I want it to be sealed. It's according to what's being seen on the face of the planet. And the earth is helping, like it says that it would in Revelations 12 and 12. All right. Now, when you go on the internet, man, and the elders been doing this for years, man. They've been showing us the herbs and what to eat, how to treat your body, the exercise, this and that and the other, man. That the elders are real good with that, man. You see? The elder apostles a great millstone. All right. But now what's happening is the 2/3, now you're going to get a shot. Okay. You're going to get a shot to hear it from somebody else's mouth because we already know you want to have people speak onto you smooth, man. Okay. And it's not going to happen like that. All right. It's going to be the way that the Most High intended it. All right. Let me read this real quick. It's Romans 13 and 11. All right. Let me see. It says, in that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. All right. And that's why you start to see the shakeups, man. The shakeups ain't for the 2/3 of the heathens, man. It's for the hope for the elect. All right, to brace yourself. Make sure you're rooted and grounded. Make sure you're following the ways that was left behind to the best of your abilities from the scriptures, man. Okay, the high holy days. All right, how to treat brethren if you have brethren amongst you or around you, you know, so on and so forth. Okay, it's just it's so much that's impactful. You have to get prepared, man. All right, from the scriptures, and most of y'all just I don't know. Your mental state ain't there, man. Y'all ain't ready to see Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I'm not ready to see Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But some of us ain't truly ready. Okay? But I digress. Let me just go on what I was saying. But yeah, so now is that time. And like I said, it's high time to wake out of sleep. Why? Because it tells us in scriptures to be circumspect. So we're supposed to be looking abroad. We're supposed to be looking around. We're supposed to be warning the people. All right. On the watchtower. That's what we're doing. All right. And we say it to you other Israelites too. That's what you're supposed to be doing. If you're not prophesying about the end of Esau's kingdom, then you're not really doing the work. You're not. Okay. It was all about fam and brother and sister this and then, New Testament only, right? But you don't understand the prophecies that's were mentioned, okay, in these New Testament chapters by the prophets, okay, by the prophets. So you believe the prophet's testimony, but you don't go to the New Testament to see how the prophet's testimony uh, plays out, how Yahushua is felt foretelling. You get what I'm saying? That it doesn't make sense to me. It's like, you know, but that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? You're supposed to be taking the Old Testament and bringing it into the New, and Yahushua is going to break down everything that was happening in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, because the secrets were told to who? The prophets, but they were also told to who? The apostles, because they're going to be sent last. So essentially, they the same men. Okay, they're the men from back then to right then. All right, to this time too, because we joined the Lord in regeneration. Yeah. Okay, Lord, will I be one of those men? But that's how it goes in sequence like that. And so if you're not prophesying about the end of this place, then you're not really doing the work. Okay. This ain't a soap opera. We ain't got, you're supposed to go pay those men like Akai and IUIC when they go off, when they do something wrong. Other than that, man, look, we focusing on the Lord, man. We ushering in the kingdom of heaven. That's what we do. All right. But let me go back over here. I'm just talking. All right. So what the thing that the prophets are doing, we're trying to prescribe or tell you what's going to happen before it happens and help you out. All right. By telling you to repent and come back to the Heavenly Father. Okay. And the way that you do that is do what it prescribes in the scriptures. And if you don't do that, then you totally off. If you're not doing the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. This is Matthews 24 and 42. Let's get that. Give me a second here while I fix up the screen here. Second. Yep. All right. Be on. things taking too long. It's like spinning around. But, here we go. All right, Matthew 24 and 42. It says, so you too, right, must keep watch, for you don't know what day your Lord is coming. All right. So that's to the watchman also, right? Understand this: if a homeowner know exactly when a burglar was coming, he would keep watch and not permit his house to be broken into. This is correct. Okay. You also must be ready all the time, for the Son of Man will come when least expected. And see, that's the catch right there in the middle, because if you truly are, one second, that's my leg here. If you really are a watchman, right, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then you'll be on the ready, all right, and you'll be at the post, and you'll know. And that's why I was saying, the media coming down, all right, South Shore, all right, in a highly populated area, all right, and they're not speaking on if they recovered any fragments or anything like that. The government and the news, they just say, oh, it burned up before it got into the atmosphere, and that's not possible, because why would it make a sonic boom if it burned up? You see, but this is what they're not telling you, all right, and that's highly radioactive material, so on and so forth, and it fell in some, you don't know where it fell. It could have fell in the water. All right, and we can have some black shit like I don't know if people seen it before, but on the internet over there in Amazon, this dude found this freaky ooze that came out of this one of these meteors, right? Okay, and the shit is just, it was floating around in water, and it got bigger and bigger, and you can look it up. It's in Amazon. It's in the Amazon. Just look up Amazon creature on YouTube. It should pop up. But yeah, man. So they know these things are occurring. They know that these strange happenings are going on, man. And look, man, it's all the Lord's doing, and it's going to bring the end of their kingdom faster. All right. Let's read now some more. It says, a faithful, sensible servant is one to whom the master can give the responsibility of managing his other household servants and feeding them. All right. And that's what we do when we doing these videos, epistles. That's what we call it. We call it the milk. Okay. Like the elder Boston, his old page was GMS fast food. Okay. So it's synonymous in the scriptures. The scriptures occurring, uh, acquainting. Let me say that, acquainting the word to food and beverage also. Okay. So it's, look, man, nigga, we dead. All right. Something big is coming this way, man. And like we already know about, the so many polycrisis going on, of course. But you know that we seen the oil price change to $100 a barrel. It should be higher than that now. But now they saying that shit ain't going back down until 2032. All right. So the next couple of I don't know, months into next year maybe, the level of car usage is going to go down dramatically. Okay. To the point of they're going to have to shut down the city, right? And we know that because we're the prophets. We tell you things before it happens, man. Okay. It even tells you in Isaiah, let's go there real quick. And I'm just speaking because if you could see, it's all going to link together, man. It's all It's all getting sewn together now, man. Okay, these polycrises, the coming of the Lord, they all tied together, man. Esau Edom's making it happen, but he's only doing it on the behest of bringing forth the King of all kings, man. Okay, and he's only getting things from the left hand side, and he thinks that he's over the man that made the left hand side and the right hand side. Yes, that's a stupid meat stick. That's what they are. But yeah, it's definitely getting down to the wire. Now I was going to like on it real quick. Oh, Isaiah. Yep. Talk about no grocery stores, all that. All right. And I'm all kind of like all over the place because I didn't have nothing to talk about, but it's the spirit, man. The spirit is just coming through. And it says Isaiah 24 and 10. All right. Let's read down from there. Isaiah 24 and 10. Oh, hope these hiccups don't start again. Whew. So lucky. Yep. Isaiah 24 and 10. I'll start up at 8. Isaiah 24 and 8. It says, the mirth of tabrets cease, the noise of them that rejoice in it, the joy of the heart ceaseth. Okay. And I believe that it was who was it? Elder Yashimumba. He brought it up on one of his shows that you know, the Americans they fun lifestyle is over. All right. 50, I think it's 50-50. They say they fun lifestyle is over. And then I seen what was it yesterday? I also was like reading the news, but I seen that the dating lifestyle in America is over. There's no more dating now. All right. Especially since those dating numbers went up. Okay. To take out somebody that you don't know and to take them to dinner. All right. All right. And first of all, if you don't know what the acronym date is, okay, it's an assured thing. So you shouldn't go out on dates unless you already been talking and comfortable with, you know, a female, right? Unless you already been kicking it with her or what, don't take her nowhere, man. Leave her ass right there. All right, I say that because now a coming date is $200. It's over. People ain't got that. Especially not for no fucking thanks and go home for the night. No man that's going to do that ever. All right. Men spend money on shit that they can touch and have. Okay. Just like a new bicycle. If I wanted a new bicycle, all right, and it costs $200 and I got the $200 and I pay for it, I'm jumping on that bitch and I'm riding it and I'm going everywhere. Okay. And that's how men think. It's mine. Okay. It's like I'm not spending $200 just to spend $200. Fuck that. So yeah, these are the things that's over here. All right. As you go down, Isaiah 24. It says the land shall be utterly empty. This is verse 3. I'm going back up. I'm gonna start from 1. It says, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty and make it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattered abroad the inhabitants thereof. And that's already been accomplished. All right. You got people with xenophobia running, not xenophobia, people here in America with xenophobia from people running from wherever and coming over here. and then people running from America going over to Argentina, Peter Thiel, and all rich oligarchs, tech oligarchs from here. They're moving out of the country, right? And then the rich people moving out of the country. They're going to France, they're going to Europe, they're going to Germany, they're going wherever they're going. But it's a big influx of people leaving, all right? It says, it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, and with the servant, so with the master, and with the maid, so with his mistress, and with the buyer, so with their seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. The earth mourned and faded away. All right, and that's what we're watching. We're watching this place fade away, going right in the trash. Okay, the woman, we lost the woman back in the '60s, man. All right, Jake did. Okay, after the '80s, it was done. Okay, we had the Fly Girl, and then after that is all sluts. After that, okay, it says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. And this is where the, the wagon wheel fell off. Okay, because they open up this land to all type of abominations, man. All right, and the things that they're doing, all right, is heinous. Okay, drinking kids in the chrome. All right, their fear is stupid. All right, but these are the things that these witches, all right, from the New Church of Babylon are doing over there in Hollywood, taking people booty holes, turning people into shoes, socks, not socks, but belts, jackets. All right. And they did that with Jake before during slavery. Okay. They was doing the same thing. So this place got to go. It's done. All right. Change whatever is good into bad. All right. Giving people that's the same sex a right to be married. Never compassing a woman over a man. Never. These things can happen because a woman's mind can't even handle. Never mind. It's just too much. You can't make decisions. Right now, I just seen I got the article. I'm going to do a show on it, but the physical, not the physical, but the psychiatrist. All right. Let me see if I can find the name of that article real quick. Because it from News Break. Give me a second. Yep, News Break. All right. It was an article that I saved. I'm gonna do a show on it. But yep, it says children and grown-up bodies. Therapist Savannah Kizzy Ray says unhealed survival habits are the real marriage killer. Am I right? And and I haven't read it yet, but I essentially think that she's talking about women. She's not talking too much about men. Yeah, so it's typically about the nigger woman, right? And we've been through that. Big ass kids, man. But going back to what I was saying, everything's changed, and now the Lord is gonna come down with the thunder. All right. It says, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And that's the show. That's what's coming up. It's coming up. them nuclear missiles when they fall, sticks for the fire, man. Half of the populace abroad also, okay? But the majority of the blows are going to be here on the souls of Babylon the Great, right? It says the new wine mourners, divine language, all the merry hearted do sigh. And that's what we're seeing now. That's why people, like I said, they said the fun is over here in America. The mirth of tablets cease. And, I just read this. They shall not drink wine, but a some strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. And they said alcohol sales are down now. People don't drink as much no more because they changed the formula to that too during the vid. Okay, and I don't even drink like that anymore. That shit is they did something. It tastes funny. It's not good for you. It was never good for you, but it don't bring you the same type of merriment. It's like they poisoning people with that shit, man. All right. So yeah, man, I slowed down with that because it doesn't taste the same anymore. All right, and that's just another confirmation that the Lord is getting close, man. Getting ready to do something heinous. All right, to Esau, Edom. But we already know that. All right, Obadiah, it says it. It says that they're going into captivity, right? But at the end of the captivity, right, Isaiah 14 said they're going in captivity. Obadiah says that they're going to be removed from the earth. All right. So that's what's going to happen. And you can't change that. And I had a theory why they was opening up all these portals and stuff because they're looking for a dimension where they think they can, you know, work together with ours that has them in control still. All right. But it's nothing. All roads lead to Rome, and Rome must be destroyed. Okay. And that's what you're seeing. Okay. They can do Operation Looking Glass as many times as they want, brothers. All right. But it's still going to will the same outcome every time. And that's the definition of a maniac, thinking that the outcome is going to be different. And it's never going to be different. It's always going to be the same. Okay. It won't work. It can't work. And Esau is done. All right. You made a mess of this whole thing. Okay. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And that goes back to what I was saying about the oil and the poly crisis that's going on. Now 12 junkyards burned down uh Friday to Saturday. All right, 12 junkyards. All right. Big junkyards at that, not in one specific area, but around America. All right. 12 junkyards caught on fire. So that's telling you that they're trying to get rid of the auto industry. What's that movie's name? I think it was called The Giver or something like that. But in that movie, all right, The Giver, uh, they got rid of all forms of um, what's that vehicles. And in that movie, the gifter or the giver, or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. Let me see. The giver. I want to be right instead of wrong. All right. Yep. It's called the giver. Yep. In that movie, they did away with all vehicles and everybody rode a bike, a shared bike. It wasn't your bike, it was a shared bike. So what did we see here? I see this is what we've been telling you the whole time. They put it in the movies, man. They tell you what they're getting ready to do. Okay. Now these bikes are showing up at prominent areas, right? They have these bike racks, and it's all over the country. Bike racks. You got the scooters, all right, where it's real like vacation areas like Miami, shit like that, LA. They might have those scooters that you could pick up anywhere. Just swipe your credit card and then you can spend out on it. You know what I'm saying? It, all that is prevalent to what we got going on right now. Okay, and it's an energy crisis. Okay, over there in England, they trying to tell people that they get ready to put them on a lottery system, right? And they'll tell you when you could drive your car, and you bought your car, supposedly. Okay, but this is the trick that they've been running on us the whole time. You're not free. You're not able to do. And the system that they came up with, the beast system, that's going to have you go back to the branding and the marking, all right, the RFID microchip, okay, that they want to put in on you because they want to stop the freedom, not allowed to do whatever you want anymore. All right, that's for the super elite. They're able to jet set. They're able to go here. They're able to take your kid from elementary school and eat them, and you don't see them no more, and they ain't got to give you an explanation. That's what they're getting ready to cook up here, Babylon the Great. But don't also forget that microchip is going to be a tag, so to speak, just like you see the cattle out there in the field on the ranch, and they have the earmark tag in them, and you're walking around, and they know exactly where you are, and they're gonna come get you when they want you, you know. And it goes into a whole litany of things. The whole beast system is right here in front of us. You go into the grocery store, you gotta use what? You can use your phone to tap, all right, swipe card, tap the card, whatever. All right. But what's not happening is it's no greenbacks being passed back and forth anymore. You know, and I kind of think they got rid of that or was trying to push that hardcore because of the bid on nine, and they just taxed it to the paper money also. So if you use paper money, you can get infected too, and that's how they got that from barely coming out anymore. All right. So they've been programming people in this guise for a long time to go in that direction. But now the poly crisis is just going to make it more solidified where you're going to get in line and shut up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the famine. The famine's coming. All right. Take away all the food, then everybody's around here eating each other. Everybody. Then all of a sudden Esau says it's food trucks at the center at 4 o'clock. The whole neighborhood's gonna be there. Everybody's gonna be there. Then over in the corner, before you get that food, you might want to go over there and get checked in. And then that check-in is gonna be a microchip right for your hand. So they can tell how many times you've been in the line for the day. They're gonna put it all underneath the gas for that. They're gonna have to put it on the rationing system. The gas won't come back until you get put on that rationing system. All right. So you might be able to use a vehicle, but I don't think so because they're getting rid of all cars. The gas that they're putting in the cars now is what? It's fake. It's fake. It's not even doing anything. All right. But it's breaking down your car bit by bit, piece by piece. All right. And then the level of deception that this man brings is crazy. You don't get that real quick. Because this dude is he's just moving too fast and it's not looking real good for him, you know. Let's see. Yep. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 11. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 11. I'm gonna read Leviticus. Let's read that. Leviticus 4 and 21. Let's read that instead. Leviticus 4:21. Give me a second here. As well. Hmm. Slocky. I don't know why I thought that was there. It's Isaiah 14:5. It says, "The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruthless." All right, like I said, that the hantavirus thing didn't work. All right, they can't use that cruise ship no more. All right. Then the whole oil reserve thing, that's a farce. Okay. What's happening now is they gotta consolidate everything. They don't have enough oil for public use and for military use. And if they go into a full scale war, they have to reserve everything because nobody's going to help them out. Okay. So, what do you think is going to happen to public transportation all around? All right. And electricity all around America. It's going to be a blackout. Okay. Cars won't move. It's no more business. People just, we're going to be at home like it's a third world country. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to do. A lot more killings, a lot more death, everything. That's what's going to break out around here. Why? Because of the lies that were been told, man. It says, "He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nation in anger, is persecuted and none hindered." All right, and that's the next step that's going to happen to Edom. All right, all of these poly crises going on at one time, black swan events. All right, that's what the leader of the WHO was saying, which is Klaus Schwab. Okay, the WEF. I mean, not the WHO, but the WEF. Well, boom, right? He promised all this in the early years of COVID. All right, and look at where we are right now, man. Getting ready to be a super duper build uh, pestilence summer. All right, so it's not going to ease up, man. And this is why this devil got to be. This is why it got to be judged, man, and held accountable. Like I read, he's in Inquisition. All right, a lot of majority of the Gulf states over there, they are not letting him park his bases there no more. It's over. Okay, they don't want them in the Middle East anymore. All right, and that goes into Habakkuk. All the men that he thought that was Confederate with him, not no more. It's over. So you see the, the handwriting on the wall. Many Tiki McPherson. All right. It says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at the end, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Right? So the people in those places saying, damn, we got a hell of a lot better, right? Since the so-called Edomite has been judged off the face of the earth. All right, all they speak shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the vows, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. All right. And we see that happening in today, all right, society, economically, all right, socially, it's just decaying fast. America's out of here. It's on decay mode. It's just crumbling. Okay. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right, man. I can't believe it's people still thinking that Lucifer got kicked out of the sky, man. Like he fell from the sky, like boom, get out of here, you damn devil. Nah, man. But like I said, they can't interpret it. The Christians that go to church. So this is talking about he fell out of rulership. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing him fall out of rulership. Donald Trump is the epitome of America. That's why we call him go face Trump. Okay, because when he stands there like does that, he looks like the bald eagles in cartoon drawings. Whenever the eagle is drawn, if you look at the Muppets, the eagle faced dude on the Muppets looked like Donald Trump too. And so he's the epitome of America. All right. And he's fallen. All right. All these crackers is falling. What is that? MAGA's broken up. You see how the Senate gets down. Okay. It don't matter if they Democrat or Republic. It's the Senate. That's it. They all dickheads and assholes up in there, man. They don't know shit from nothing. Shinola. Okay. They can't tell you the price of common items in the store. That's because they don't go to stores. All right. And that's because they don't have to worry about the common shit that we worry about bills, food on the table, and all that shit is already prepared for them. It's just around. Okay. They don't have to worry about the same thing. They don't have to do the things that common people have to do. That's where it's just doing too much, man. They going past the limit. So that's what we're saying when you see the scripture, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. All right. He doesn't have hold over the earth anymore. All right. He's getting ready to lose his petrodollar. All right. The hegemony's going. He barely can speak to other nations diplomatically anymore. So yeah, he's out of his rulership. He's out of heaven. He's gone. He's not on cloud nine no more. All right. It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right. And that's his wet dream. He want to be in charge. All right. And from here, the seat of Satan. Right. It said, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. That's what's going to happen to him. Obadiah. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Right? Because at that point in time, the Lord gave him the spirit or the go ahead to go ahead and do the worst that he could. And he had his heyday to the point of him dropping bombs on everything. Everything looks like a nail to this hammer. Okay. Just like Homer Simpson to open the bed. He used a 9 millimeter to open the bed top. Because he got a gun. You know what I'm saying? He was around the house hanging up pictures with a bullet. Shooting. Everything looks like a nail when you're the tough guy. You get pounded into nothing. We didn't heard the speeches that this dummy Donald Trump then gave. All right. 2 times he didn't try to grab the nuclear lunch codes because he's tearing himself in anger. Because why? Because he fell from heaven. Usually people snap too when the so-called white man say, hey, get the line. Give me all your shit. Everybody be like, oh shit, no problem. Here you go. Right away, but not no more, man. Iran's putting up a hell of a fight, man, with this dude to the point where he's like, get these motherfuckers out of here. They just want to blow them. And it's not gonna happen because the Lord is not allowing it, right? And Job, it says that he came to a bounds that he cannot pass. And that's the bound that he cannot pass. He's not in charge no more. Okay. That's the bounds that he cannot pass. He can't trick people no more. That's a bounds that he cannot pass. All right. He can't colonize nothing else. All right. Because he colonized the whole world. All right. He done been to every landmass and did something on it to F up that landmass. Guarantee you. All right. And this is just the whole race of Edom. Okay. Wherever they touch down, it's filthy. Filthy and some type of dog madness going on in the background. All right. And J too now. That y'all learn from the so-called white man. So wickedness gotta be put out here on the earth, man. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is coming back to do that. All right. It says all the kings, let me see, what are they? Yep, verse 17, Salaki, in Ezekiel, not Ezekiel, but Isaiah 14. It says, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of his prisoners, right? And it's talking about the Israelites, all right? And the Lord made it that way that he didn't want him to let us go because it's a judgment written for Esau, you know, if you still a man and he be found in your hand at the end still, then you will be put to death, all right? That's what the scriptures say, all right? So we're found in your hand because we're in captivity here in Babylon the Great. You didn't give us authority over anything. The ones that do got authority over things, they don't know who they are. All right, you brainwashed them down to just patsies and lapdogs. Okay, look at LeBron James running for his life. If he retired, the devil gonna take his life. That's how bad he got into the fucking boule. That's how bad he wanted to be the premier #1 basketball star in the world, like Jordan. See, Jordan, he, hey man, time's up. All right, this dude, he paid for his career with his life, and who knows who else? Because things come out. But that's what's happening all around the world. People want to pay for their iniquity, man. And the so-called white man is the first one that's going to get his ass smacked down. And then 2/3 of our people are new heathens. All right, it's over. It said all the kings of the nation, even all of them lie in glory, everyone in its own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with his sword, that go down to the stone of the pit, at the carcass trodden under feet. All right, and that's what's going to happen to you, Edom. All right, you're going to be double stabbed and put in a hole. Let me get this in the NLT. Let's see what this is saying. Salaki 14 and 19, Isaiah. Salaki. But you will be thrown out of your grave like a worthless branch, like a corpse trampled underfoot. You will be dumped into a mass grave with those killed in battle. You will descend to the pit. You will not be given a proper burial, for you have destroyed your nation and slaughtered your people. The descendants of such an evil person will never again receive honor. All right, and that's what's coming to you, Edom. Oh, look what you've been done. You made a fool of everyone and a mess of everything. And now you're going to pay. Okay, this is what the scripture is saying. Kill the man children, let them die because of their father's sin. All right, so fat white guy on the internet, and this is a common keyboard warrior. Any money that's of, you know, the race of Edom. Of course, they think that they did everything first. Of course, it's the pride. We get it. So now you're going to get aired out because of pride by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And, I might do a sit down and read the account of Heliodorus. Okay. When the angel came and beat the shit out of him. Okay. So the real warriors are coming, man. And it ain't a Marine, it ain't a Gurkha troop from over there in Russia. It ain't gonna be no German, okay? It ain't gonna be a Chinaman or a Japanese man that's gonna touch the angels of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, they fold them up like lawn chairs and stack them up in the closet, okay? So it's this good, man. It's perfect show, man. Perfect show, right? It says, kill this man's children, let them die because of their father's sin. They must not rise and conquer the earth, filling the world with cities. This is what the Lord of heaven's army says. I myself have risen against Babylon. I will destroy its children and its children's children, says the Lord. I will make Babylon a desolate place of owls filled with swamps and marshes. I will sweep the land with of brooms of destruction. I, the Lord of armies, Lord of heaven's armies, have spoken. So this is the downside of Esau's kingdom, man. Right? It is going to be extinguished by that way. Okay, that I just read in Isaiah 14. Right, from the read from, let's see, just read it from the top. Yeah, man. Read it from the top. 'Cause this man doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And because of his deceptive ways, man, he's getting himself into the flame faster. All right. Because the Lord hates a liar. And that's all Edom know how to do. So this is why the wick is burning faster for him. And that's why he has but a short time. And Edom is done, man. All right. I'm watching video after video. Edom's getting sonic rings knocked out of him. Yesterday, some dude got beat up in the New York train station for bringing out his winking dude and pointing it at women while they walking by. Okay. And Jake came up from out of nowhere and stopped this dude out, man, and said, "Hey, we don't roll like that." He said, "Y'all motherfuckers play around like that." He said, "We don't do that shit, man. We respect all women up in here." And smacked the shit out of that dude and knocked him out on the floor. And this was going to keep on happening to Esau Edom because you got a perverse fucking mindset and your world is set up for your perverseness, man. And people that's righteous, we tired of it, man. They gonna start, the Lord gonna start doing stuff to you, man. You gonna start doing stuff to Esau, Edom, and letting them know they don't got the power no more. Their court system is trash, they're trash, the government is trash, making Esau, Edom what? The biggest trailer park dwellers ever. Okay? Period, point blank. And two-thirds of our people, they belong in the fucking the jungle. All right. Because they act like fucking monkeys. It's all about the mindset, man. Get washed with the word, come back to the Heavenly Father, repent, and get redeemed up out of here, man. And do the work. Because the work is what's going to change your mind. You keep on doing the work, you change it while you're doing the work. That's how your brain is getting scrubbed. So you got to study up, show yourself approved, man. Stand instead of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Get locked up with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? He is that chain. All right. Wisdom is the chain, but he is the one that wills the key. Okay. To take you and put you in that. All right. And keep you in safety. That's what it means to be in prison with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It's safety. People only see prison as what? Being locked in, but sometimes your ass needs to be locked in so you can stay away from what's outside too. All right. And that's how I equated to it. All right. And righteousness sake. Okay. So hey man, all these poly crises going on, and you see what's going on with the heavens and everything like that. Psst, There's no doubt in my mind Yahweh Shai is not around the corner, man. He's somewhere close by. All right, really close by. I don't know what day, I don't know what hour. I'm not saying that, but I could tell from what we seeing playing out, all right, prophecy wise, and just the mood, and it's all in the scriptures, man. It tells you what exactly is going to be happening before the return, right? And we watching it just like a movie. Okay. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. With that, I want to say shalom and a bar